Okay, it's day 11 of 31 days of October, and this is the Rice Krispie treat box. This is really simple, so I'm just going to show you how I made this, and we'll do it together. Okay, this is all you need to make the Rice Krispie treat box. I just found something really cute that I wanted to put in a box, and this is already decorated for Halloween, so I wanted a clear lid to go on top. I decided that I wanted my box to be 2.5 by 2. And the score, how deep I wanted it, it was 1.5. So this would be an additional 3 inches onto my 2.5, which is 5.5. This is 2 inches plus 1.5 and 1.5 makes this 5. So this is 5.5 this way by 5, scored at 1.5 on all edges. And then I just do what I always do when I make a box, just come in and clip these edges in. Real easy. You know, I'm going to show you how I glue this too, so you can see. Okay. Then do the other side. Okay, whenever you put a box together, you need to fold it really tight so it fits in really nice. You worked so hard making sure you have your measurements great and your scoring great that you want to make sure you get this nice and tight. Okay, so this is what I do. I want these flaps to be on the inside. So I just take my glue, and this is Scotch dry-on adhesive, and it looks like Elmer's glue, but it's really, really strong, and it's great. You just need a little bit, and this is what I do. I bring it in like this, and then I switch these up so they both have glue on each side. And this is, once this is dry, it's as strong as the adhesive tape. Then I get a paper clip. Sorry, this matches, you're not going to be able to see it. And then I paper clip it like that. Then I do the same thing on this side. Whoops. A little bit of glue. It's hard to do this from behind the camera. And then, see how this little flap isn't getting any glue on it? Well, then I just switch them. So now they both have glue on them. And that fits in really nice. And then I hold that side. Okay, I'm just going to let this dry. Okay, now, because this Rice Krispie treat was so cute, I decided to do an acetate top. And this is going to be hard to see. But you do the same thing with this that you do with all boxes and lids. You just clip these corners. Now you really have to get the acetate perfectly cut and scored so the lid can fit. And I'll tell you how I got the measurements for this. Okay, so here's the box. I didn't want this to come all the way down, so I did it exactly half. Half of 1.5 is 3/4 inch. So I scored at 3/4 inch on each side. Well, this is actually 2 1/8 by 2 5/8. So it's 1/8 inch larger. And that way it fits exactly. It just is a little tiny, tiny bit, 1/8 inch bigger on either side. Okay, now I'm going to put some adhesive on it. So whenever you put together a box, you need to use a really strong glue, or you need to use sticky tape, the double-sided sticky tape, and that's what I used on this. Even though it's acetate and you want it to be invisible, you're not going to, if you use the invisible tape, it's not going to stick. So I just do 4 pieces in these corners. Here, I'll show you. I just do it on each of the flaps. So that's where I cut it. And I folded this really, really well too. Acetate is tricky to make a lid for because it doesn't hold really still, and so it's easy to get your score lines not perfect, and it's easy to not cut it perfect. So before I tape it together, I make sure that it's got to fit nice. See how it fits perfect in there? You know what? If it doesn't, like if this didn't come all the way down, you can always clip right along there. Just a little, take a little piece out if you want. Okay, so there's the lid. And before you put the lid together, if you want to stamp an image on the outside of it, you have to do that beforehand because it will be too hard. And I just got a little spider web and stamped this with black StazOn. And I use black StazOn for everything because it's wonderful. Okay, let's see. Now this is ready. And that fits on nicely. Perfect. So you put this inside and then you just decorate it. And I'll show you what I did on mine. I used this black taffeta ribbon and I tied it. I just put it around like that, like a professional. And then I double knotted this and then tied the bow so it doesn't come out. And I did a little trick with this bat right here. You always adhere to acetate with, you have to use a glue dot. And I used two. One glue dot is right on that ribbon so the ribbon can't move, and one glue dot's on his wing so he can stay still. So, pretty simple. Made something that was already cute, super cute. Okay.